Hello students, welcome back to social class. Last class we already completed 2 lessons from our history part. Today we will move towards the geographical part. There is the first lesson, our state, Karnataka. The word or the heading itself was giving a meaning. Our state, which one? That is Karnataka. And we the people, we are commonly using in Karnataka as one language, that is none other Kannada. So here Karnataka is a land of Kannadigas. Karnataka is a land of Kannadigas. Why we are calling it as a Kannadigas? Means we are using that as a common language here, and most of the people they are knowing about it. It is none other Kannada, and also it is one of the state of India. It is one of the state of India. Out of 28 states we are having, in that one is ours as a Karnataka. It is having its own greatness. It is having its own prestige, and it is having its own heritage. Karnataka, it is having its own greatness, prestige, and heritage. We already know about the one thing, as we already learned in a 8th standard. Whenever we are learning about a monument or about a sculpture matter and about a culture matter, there all we learn that as our name it was getting in other side also. So even though as UNESCO, as a cultural matter also our name it was got, it is none other than because of our monument or because of our culture. It's all. So because of that thing only, as a Karnataka, it is a land. It was having its own greatness, prestige, and also even having that as a heritage. And also even it is a land. It was blessed with the diverse relief features. Varieties are there here. Every country it is having its own. As about our country also it is having. In that one state as a Karnataka, it is a land. It is called as it is a blessed land we can consider, because blessed with the diverse relief features, flora, fauna, and also about the different varieties of soils we can see there, and also even about natural resources, human resources, mineral resources, and even though we are having there is a plenty of river, it was across the state we can consider, because everywhere it was flowing. And even though one of the most important thing we had to get here as a river system, it was having hydroelectricity power project, that all we are learning in the coming classes. That time we are learning briefly this matter. So that's what as it was having its own greatness, prestige, and also heritage. Even though I know that as it is a blessed land, or it is a blessed with the diverse relief features, flora, it is a flower matter, varieties are there. About the fauna, it is another animal, different varieties of animals we can see here. And about the resources, as a human resources, we the people we can consider. And about the natural, we are having a naturally getting here. And about the mineral resources, it is one of the most important thing in our country. And even though it is having as a different varieties of soils, as about a black soil or red soil or about lateral soil, like that many other soils or many other types of soils we can see in our Karnataka. And even though along with that river system also it was having in our Karnataka. And even though as a Karnataka having its own culture, it is having its own languages. Many languages are there, but the normal or a common people, almost all are knowing about the Kannada. It is a must you know it. That's all. And about the languages, and about the sculpture, and about the many other art and architecture we can see. Art and architecture also we can get to see in our Karnataka. So I hope you are understanding. It is just the introductory part of our state Karnataka. Just now I know that as it is a land of, or it is a land of Kannadigas we can consider. Kannadigas, and also it is having its own greatness, prestige, and heritage, because what is the main reason also we learned we are having a different varieties of things. Because of that thing only I told you Karnataka is blessed with the diverse relief features and about many other things. And even though it is having its own culture, languages, sculpture, and about art and architecture. One. Origin of the name Karnataka. Yes, as the name of Karnataka or the name Karnataka, it was used or it has been used from an ancient time as a both in a different way. Earlier they are calling it as it has been called as a Karnataka. Karnataka. This name or Karnataka, it has been used from an ancient time and it was called as a Karnataka. What is the meaning of Karnataka? It was just a split. Kar plus Nadu. In Kannada we can call it as a Kannada Nadu, or in English we can call it as a land of black soil. Land of black soil. So that thing it was came to be called as a Karnataka. And also even afterwards in many other work it was mentioned as a different name. One is that it is a Karnataka. It was mentioned in a Tamil work Shilapadi Karam. Shilapadi Karam. It is a work, it was written in a Tamil language. What they written in or what they mentioned about Karnataka, it was mentioned as Karnataka. What is the meaning of Karnataka? It is none other than Karnataka is a land which is on the elevated plateau. Which is on the land which is on the elevated plateau. Plateau. So this is about the meaning here, and even though as about one of the most important work, we already familiar about this work. It was written by Nrupatunga, that is the Kaviraj Magam. Kaviraj Magam. The word here we can get a one or two, marga or a way or a route we can consider. Means that it was mentioned or in this work they mentioned about a Karnataka as it was extend from or it was extending from river Kaveri to Godavari. It was extends from river Kaveri to river Godavari. So I hope you are understanding about the nearly three topic or even nearly a three meaning or about a word. In that we can get there as how it was originated or the name of Karnataka, how it was getting a origination here now. Now here we have learned that as the first one as a Karnataka. It split and given as a Kar plus Nadu, means it is none other than land of black soil. And even afterwards we learned that as one of the Tamil work, that is a Shilapadi Karam. In that work they mentioned Karnataka as Karnataka. What is the meaning of it? Means it is a land which is elevated or plateau or elevated plateau we can consider here. Next we learned that as another one work, that is a Nrupatunga, that is a Kaviraj Maga. In that they explain or they are explaining or they mentioned about the Karnataka. It was extended from river Kaveri to river Godavari. So nearly a three name we heard here is all. Now let's go for a still more important information regarding its origin. Even after independence, India was divided into many states here. So earlier it was having as a princely state, and then afterwards it was merged in India. We can consider most of the places it was there out, and later afterwards it was brought with the enthusiastic work of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. It was joined in India. We can consider in a coming intention here. It is none other than in order to bring together these 9 districts and in order to form as a independent Mysore state. In order to make as a independent Mysore state by utilizing these 9 districts. So I hope you are understanding. As for the year 1953, 9 districts, it was still under the control of a Mysore king, and also even their intention was in order to formulate together those districts and to form as a Mysore states here. But what happened here means later afterwards, whenever the state was reorganized, the state was reorganized. Organized already over and reorganized again, organizing that particular. So whenever they made a plan here, but later afterwards, when a state it was reorganized on the basis of linguistic. On the basis of a linguistic, when it started to reorganize, what is the meaning of linguistic? It is none other than language based we can consider, especially Kannada speaking people. Kannada speaking people we can get in Bombay, Madras, Hyderabad, and Kodagu. They are all recorded as a people. They are speaking in Kannada. They are Kannada speaking people. They brought together. Earlier we want to frame it as a separate Mysore state, but later afterwards, whenever as a state it was reorganized on the basis of the linguistic matter, especially like the Kannada speaking people, they are on Bombay, Madras, and Hyderabad, and also even in Kodagu. They brought together here. Finally, on 1st November, with their effort, 1st November 1956, as about this part or about the state, it was came to be called as a Vishala Mysore state. Vishala Mysore state. So here I hope you are understanding. With their effort, they want to make it, and then after reorganized, and then after these 4 places it brought together they learned, and afterwards finally on 1st November 1956, Vishala Mysore state was came into be existing here. And as then afterwards, they are celebrating this day. It's 1st November as a Rajyotsava day or about a Kannada Rajyotsava. Even today or even at present also we can see there as a 1st November, it was celebrating as a Kannada Rajyotsava day. Yes or no? Yes. And also here, whenever as a name it was given as a Vishala Mysore state, it was opposed or it was given a response by most of the, means almost all Kannadigas. They are giving their own response here. While giving a response, it was in order to change the name, means rename this name as it was given as Vishala Mysore state, but because of the response and opinion of all the Kannadigas on the same day, means 1st November 1973, it was renamed as Karnataka. So that time onwards, as our state, it was getting a name as a Karnataka. Even today also we are calling our state as Karnataka. This is about the origin of the name Karnataka. So starting Karnat, then afterwards Karnat, then afterwards extending a matter in a work that is a Kavirajamaga. Then afterwards we learn that as how it was split into many states, and even though some other places it was under the control of Mysore kings, we learn what was their intention also we learn. Finally their intention was came into being a success while giving a name as a Vishala Mysore state. But because of this name, it was given there as an opinion or about a response towards the other people, means all the Kannadigas. They given their response or opinion regarding the name. They started to rename it on 1973, 1st November. It was renamed as a Karnataka. Like this type as as Karnataka. This is about the origin of the name Karnataka. I hope almost all are understood about this origin part. Now let's move towards the geographical location. Geographical location. Geographical location. As you already learned, already you are knowing about what matter. Karnataka is one of the states among the 28 states in India, and it was situated in a southern part. You know this one as it is the southern part of India. It was located in a southern part. Here we can get to see about our Karnataka. So I hope you are understanding. As Karnataka, it was situated in the southern part of India, especially the western side, that is the central part of a peninsula region. Means the three sides go to one side land. I hope you are understanding how it was situated, children. Situated in the southern part of India, southern side, as you know, southern part of India, and also even where it is, especially it is located in the western part, of the central part. You know the western central part. You know that it is in the middle. That's our western central part of peninsula region. Three side water and one side land. It was located in peninsula region. So I hope you are understanding. Take your atlas and you go through that one, then it will be clearly, it will be understanding to you. Yes or no? So this is about the situating a matter. Now how it was extending from where to where, from a south and north, and also even about the east part we are learning. Whenever we are explaining about extending a matter, we require that as a latitude and a longitude. Yes or no? So here Karnataka, it was extending from Karnataka, it extends from 11 degree 31 dash north to 18 degree 45 dash north latitude, and 74 degree 12 dash east to 78 degree 40 dash east longitude. You can see here, children, as you go to the map, it was given here as a Karnataka map. Go through that one. If you take an India map, it will be very clear to you. So here you can see that as a where it was started. From here, it will be considered as it is not audible, it is not visible to you. Means the north side, where it started, you can go through here. It is another 11. There is 11 degree 31 dash north. It will be start from here until end of the part. It will be considered here as the 18 degree 45 dash north latitude. When we will go for the east part, as I go to east, west to east, but here they are telling that as it will be considered from here. It will start from 74 degree 12 dash east to 78, but here it will become 78 degree 40 dash east longitude. This is about extending a matter. You can go through in your atlas or your map. Clear? Yes. And also even as about this Karnataka, it was its length, from where to where it was having the length. Its length is 750 kilometers kilometers from north to south. And rotate west, it is 400 kilometers, that is west to east. And from where to where that the places it will be. See here, as about the north part, it is a thick part of Karnataka. Here we can get it as a Arud Taluk. Arud Taluk in Bidar district. Two, it will be continued till last is the Chamarajanagar. You can feel that the district in the Karnataka, that is in the southern tip part. Chamarajanagar, that is in the southern part. As a Bidar district matter, you can go for here. As a Bidar district, it is a tip part, and as a Chamaraj, it is a tip part of southern part in Karnataka. Clear? So I hope you are understanding about its length from south or north to south. And now we are learning about its width. It is nearly 400 kilometers from west to east. And also here we are learning about the Karwar, that is in Uttar Kannada district. Karwar, you can get it here now. Karwar in Uttar Kannada district to till end of here. It will be continued here as Kola. There is a Mulbagal. You can get it here now. Mulbagal. That is in Kola. So from here to here, west to east, here Karwar in Uttar Kannada district till Mulbagal in Kola district, and there Arud Taluk, that is in the Bidar district, to Chamra district in the southern tip of Karnataka. So it is extending a matter. We just learned about how it will be, and about its length and its width, and also even about its longitude and latitude we learned. And even though it is having many other things, that is land and water frontiers, it was having there. It is having land and water frontiers. It was having that. You can get to see here as a over here as a Arabian Sea. So here we can consider it as a Arabian Sea. Then afterwards Goa. Then afterwards Maharashtra. Then afterwards Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Tamil Nadu and border Kerala. So here you can go to that places. As a border this one, as Arabian Sea, it will become here in southwest side. Southwest. Goa means it is the northwest. And Maharashtra means northern side. And about Andhra Pradesh and Telangana means that is the eastern part, so northeast. And about the Tamil Nadu, that is in a down means southeast. And about the Kerala, it will become this side means that is the southwest. So these are the important frontiers, that is the land frontiers and also water frontiers are there in Karnataka. Around Karnataka we can consider. While seeing about this map, you know that the shape of the Karnataka, it resembles as a cashew nut. So you already observed a cashew nut and its shape, how it looks like, that only as our Karnataka also it looks here. So the shape of Karnataka, it resembles as a cashew nut. This is about the geographical location. Now we will move towards the last topic, that is the size. Yes. As about the Karnataka, it was spread over an area of 1,91,791 square kilometers. It stretches over an area is another 1,91,791 square kilometers. While getting there as a size and a population, or which position it was getting in India, let us see. As a Karnataka, it was getting 8th in a position regarding size. Where we can consider these two here means that is in India. Means India's 8th largest place. We can consider it as it is another Karnataka regarding a size here. And as according to 2011 census, 11 census means you know that one has about it is a calculating a population. So here they are telling that as a well on the or according to 2011 census. According to 2011 census, as about the Karnataka was standing 9th in a position. It was having a population that is 6,11,30,704. This is about our population. It is not now, it is during last census, that is another 2011. And with this we can see that as it was occupied as a Karnataka, it was occupied 5.83% of India's geographical area. India's geographical area. In India, we can say as a geographical area wise, that is the percentage wise you are calculating is that is a 5.83% it was gaining here. And so now let's go for whatever we are having in our Karnataka. As we are having as a 30 districts, we are having 176 taluk we are having and 747 hoblis we are having and 347 cities or towns we are having. Cities or towns we are having and 27,481 we are having villages. So these are important things we can get to see in our Karnataka, and altogether many or altogether it is more or it is covered with the more places we can consider. So and even though as about the Karnataka, it was having or it was in that we can see about the district map which one it was having as a size regarding a size. Belgaum. It is one of the largest place or largest district. Is one of the largest district in the size matter children. And also Bangalore urban. It is called as the smallest in size. Smallest in size. As in a Karnataka, we can get to see here as the largest district is another Belgaum and the smallest district is another. It is a Belgaum urban. And also even you know about familiar about that one, which is the capital. Yes, of course, it is another Bangalore. And even though it has been all about the Karnataka, it has been divided into 4 divisions of administrative convenience. 4 divisions of administrative convenience. They are none of them. Please take out this all. Bangalore, Mysore, Belgaum and Gulbarga. So these all important informations are there about our state Karnataka. Here this lesson comes to be an end, and here we learn about the origin matter. Here first we learn about the introductory matter, then we move towards the origin of the name Karnataka, then afterwards geographical location, in that extending matter, and as latitude, longitude also we learn, and even the size matter we learn, and about in that population we learn, and also area wise population we learn, and also which position it was getting in India also we learn, and also even we learn about in that what it all as a district, taluk, place, cities, towns, or about villages we learn. Along with that we learn that as which is that highest or about the largest and also smallest district in Karnataka, and even the last we learn it is none other 4 divisions of administrative convenience we learn, that is none other Bangalore, Mysore, Belgaum and Gulbarga. Here this lesson comes to be an end, and in the next class we will go for a new lesson. Till then, take care. Thank you.